Hi, this is Jill Riley, and I am the Communications Assistant for the Pac West Northwest Conference. And today we have, as you can see, our leader, Greg Yee. Greg, it's so
Hey
awesome to talk to you.
everybody, good to be with you, Jill.
And I am excited because we hardly ever get to talk to each other. So this is, kind of selfishly a little catch up here, right?
For sure. Good catching up.
Yeah. So how
Never
long?
enough time.
Never enough time. It's true.
Mhm.
How long have you been in the Pac Northwest?
So I started in August 2013. So I'm coming up on my 10th anniversary here in
10th
August.
anniversary. 10th
Yeah, I can't.
anniversary of living in your car.
I just told that story at a retreat at the camp this weekend. Yeah, living in my little Prius for a year with my dirty laundry basket in the back seat,
Right. And
my
a
little
stack and
little
a
rice
stack of
cooker.
hotel card keys that you kept.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the number. Chris thought it was 50 something. I thought it was 80 something,
Oh, it
but
was a lot.
individual stays, not nights, but actual stays.
Yeah. Greg,
It was
why
a
do I
crazy day.
remember that? I don't even remember if I had breakfast. Why do I remember that?
Oh, I know. I know.
So, we want to talk about just some random questions, things that people might not know about you and get to know you a
Yeah.
little bit better. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
is there one memory that jumps out at you as a favorite memory of your childhood?
I had a great childhood. So I kind of had like my church world, which was in Chinatown in Oakland, California. Then I had my neighborhood world and just had great friends in both those worlds. And it was just a even though it was like East Oakland, like urban environment, residential area in an urban environment, I just digging for wood out of the dumpster to build a fort in my friend's backyard and having dirt clod wars and playing sports in the street and taking our bikes to far-flung places in Oakland, including going all the way up the hill there in the East Hills and East Oakland Hills. And so just a lot of exploring and parents, I'm the last of three boys total. And by the time they get to the last, it's like, yeah, yeah, do whatever. They gave me a lot of room to explore. So I look back with great fondness for just a lot of great friends and great memories with those friends.
That's great. You were
Yeah.
raised all your life in Oakland, right?
Yeah. Born and raised in Oakland.
Okay.
Yep. That's right.
Okay. Are you a
Mhm.
Seahawks fan yet?
I am now because, the Raiders broke my heart as a kid. So I got rid of them and jumped on the Niners bandwagon. But, it's too difficult to be a Niners fan up here in Seahawk country. So, you
Oh,
know,
all
the
right.
Ministerial Association gifted me with a 12th man jersey when I first came in,
I
and it was
remember
really
that. I
hard to
was there.
wear. It's very difficult to wear initially, but I wear it proudly now.
Very good. Very good. So you have three kids, plus you have a
Yeah.
bonus daughter-in-law. So
Yes.
I was wondering if you could tell us what is the best part of being a parent to Jordan and Aaron and
Mm,
Caden and Nalzina.
yeah, we're so blessed to have our kids. Each one has such a unique story and how they came into the family, and just like all of our kids, right? Just such different personalities and different stages of life. Jordan was a church plant baby. Aaron had both the Sacramento and the Washington experiences, and then Caden, mostly here in Washington, though he was born in Sacramento. But man, these kids have great hearts, in their own ways, in their own worlds. What permeates and what I see is kind of a leading characteristic is that they care for people. They care for
Mm,
their friends. There's a sensitivity in their hearts and their spirits that I just love. And so, you know, thank you, God, for planting that in them and whatever Mary and I, helped along the way towards that. Just
yeah.
super proud of them that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you and Mary find yourself as the kids are starting to go off and do their own things? Do you find yourself just like hanging on to those moments when you can have them all together?
Yeah, for sure. We got to so Jordan and Zena got married last October, but we got to go to the Big Island earlier in the summer. So that was kind of like the first time in a long time, and including Zena, to be together as a family. And that was just so much fun. And we've got Caden's graduation from high school coming up in a few weeks, and we'll all be together again, and we're all looking forward to that. So
That's great.
a
Yeah.
lot of fun, a lot of food, that kind of thing. So,
So what's your favorite way to spend a day off work?
so just disconnecting is the number one thing. I think just the nonstop messages and having to respond to messages. To be able to turn that off is a spiritual discipline. But just getting out. I'm an extrovert. I'm a quiet extrovert is what my assessor told me. And so I don't want to be alone, and I don't want to be necessarily at the house, though, a day off might be getting stuff done around the house. But would love to get to a local restaurant or out with friends and, eat something good with somebody, for Mary and I to get out. Mary and I are going to go to the Mariners game because the Oakland A's are in town. No comment on the Oakland A's, by the way, since they're moving to Las Vegas.
Mm,
Not happy about that, but
okay.
yeah. But just getting out.
I'll let Kyle Riley comment on the baseball
Yeah.
stuff. I am
That's right.
ill-equipped to do that.
That's okay. Just do sad face with me when I say Oakland
Okay,
A's.
okay.
Moving to Vegas.
Well, enjoy the game. So I
Yeah.
have kind of a question that popped into my head that I think about in my own life sometimes, and the question is, what's a personal goal or dream that hasn't been realized yet in your life?
Hmm. Well, so this will be my 20th year in conference ministry. And so if you do the math, um, that means I left the local church when I was 37. And that felt premature to me in my spirit because I've always loved being in the local church. I love the regularity of community and the ongoing sense of being planted in one place and being being the church there, and I continue to say yes to God's call on me in this role and whatever else He might have for me. I would love to be back in the local church again someday. I don't know what that looks like. Is that here? Is that California? Is that somewhere else?
Montana?
Montana. Yeah, that would be super fun. Yeah. But that's always been a big question for me. 10 years became 20 years. I'm coming to the end of the third term here. I have no sense of God calling me away by any means, but it's been one of those things kind of in the back of my head, back of my, within core of my spirit. It's like, God, is there a chapter back in the church
Mhm.
sometime in the future? So,
Well,
yeah.
I don't think you could, in my perception, from my perception, adequately support churches and love churches if you don't love the local church at its core
Mm,
for what it can be at its best.
amen. Yeah. Yeah. That's great. That's a great way to say it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Greg, it is so fun to talk to you, and we don't get a chance to do this very often, but I always find it a privilege and refreshing to have a conversation with you.
Absolutely. Love being with you, Jill. Conference family. Love you all.